Hey, welcome back to the CRP, and I am Miguel Dorati, back with some boxing odds. We've got odds for the big fight this weekend, and what am I talking about? I'm talking about the O2 Arena in London, England, this Saturday, August 31st. It's ESPN Plus in the United States, Sky Box Office in the United Kingdom, so check your local listings for start times. Exciting stuff. We've got odds for 5 of the fights on a combined card here. Promoted for us by Eddie Hearn and his Matchroom Boxing, obviously involved in the UK, and Bob Arum in Top Rank. And those are the players that it would take in the future to make an Anthony Joshua Tyson Fury fight. You know, that's all in flux and a different conversation, but they're already doing business together, and that's a good sign for boxing. The main event here, Vasiliy Lomachenko taking on Luke Campbell. This is big news, especially on the UK side. It's 2 gold medalists, you know. Lomachenko, obviously a multi-time gold medalist and, pro that fast-tracked his career into the world title picture. And, obviously his skill is held up. Campbell, not so much, Campbell came onto the pro scene after winning the Olympic gold medal. And the bottom line is he kept the perfect record up until he faced Yvan Mendy of France, and for an international title on his way up, the pecking order here. He had won the title from Tommy Coyle in what basically amounts to a local fight. And when he faced Mendy, he lost the belt by split decision. He came back with 5 wins and then took on Jorge Linares for his first world title shot, and Linares beat him by split decision as well. So he's gone on to Avengers, lost to Yvan Mendy, and now, he's got 3 fights since the Linares win. One of them the win over Mendy, but one of them in Philadelphia, but really nothing in those fights that prepares you for something like Vasiliy Lomachenko. So what does that amount to for us in terms of the odds? Lomachenko minus 1,700, Luke Campbell plus 1,100. So if you're a Campbell fan, you have a chance to make some money if he does break through. Sportsbook lines indicates to me few people think he's going to break through. Heavyweight co-feature, very interesting fight. This is a much tighter line, something worth looking at. You've got veteran Alexander Povetkin taking on Hughie Fury. Povetkin is on Anthony Joshua's bucket list. He went to England and lost to Joshua previously, but here he's coming back as a favorite to take on Hughie Fury at minus 165. Fury coming back at plus 135 there in the return fight. I mean, the bottom line here is this is a big step up for Hughie Fury. Now, I give that camp credit that, they're very analytical and they do match their guys up well. And they may see something in Povetkin that brings you, to the conclusion that Hughie is going to win the fight. But Povetkin's still, in my book, a top 10 fighter, possibly top 5. His losses to Klitschko and Joshua and stuff like that, those are high-level guys when they're operating at the top of their game, and those are the only 2 losses he's taken. He is also a gold medalist, and, he's bouncing back from the Joshua loss. This is his return fight, so he's coming back to England to do this, and I don't think he's here just for the paycheck. I think he'd still like to stay relevant, so that's one to keep an eye on there. You got Hughie Fury at plus 135, as stated. The rest of the lines, I got lightweight action, Joe Cordina and Gavin Gwynne, minus 4,000 favorite, Joe Cordina. Light heavyweights, I got Joshua Buatsi taking on Ryan Ford. Buatsi, a minus 5,000 favorite. So, that's the typical stuff for British boxing. You get these lines that are basically unbettable and, extreme, matchmaking in favor of one fighter. So we'll see. There is one other relatively competitive match in the flyweight division. Charlie Edwards, who's actually the United States fans won't know much, but Charlie Edwards, a high-skill flyweight and someone worth watching. He's at minus 350 as he takes on Julio, Cesar, Martinez, Aguilar. Martinez, Aguilar returning at plus 260 there. So Edwards, again, a minus 350 favorite. We've been looking at the odds for the O2 Arena. I'll be back later this week with Anthony Scott Pyatt to make picks for the O2 show this Saturday. As stated at the beginning of the broadcast, check your local listings for start times. And please hit like and subscribe. I'm Miguel Dorati for the CRP. One of the most exciting things in boxing goes down this weekend, and that is Vasiliy Lomachenko hits the ring.